We now return to Let's Play City Skylines. I went ahead and turned off the weather. I don't think it's really adding anything to have just constant rain all the time. I don't think the weather in the game really changes much either, so it's kind of a moot point. Anyway, in the meantime, since last episode, I actually fail to believe you cannot get power out here. We have plenty, and you guys are having brownouts? I don't get this. I've got the mod installed that allows me to... I don't get what the hell is going on here. I've got the mod installed that takes away the power lines. In fact, let's go ahead and just let's experiment with that, shall we? Yeah, so we don't need power lines anymore. Oh? Well, it shows it's not powered, but it is. Okay, well, the mod isn't working, so that's spectacular. Sometimes I've really had it with this game. Okay, well, aside from that crap then, one thing we can also look at is that I changed the school down here. When I put that little elementary school in, I just kind of dropped it, and I decided to change it out for this community one, which I figure will be a little bit more appropriate when I turn all of this into these skyscraper buildings. It'll look more like an inner city school than the other one did. And I just gave it a little bit of a road here, and eventually I'll probably put a bus line here or something. Just kind of close this off. So there'll be an inner city school there anyhow. And that reminds me of something that I'd mentioned probably in the first episode that I wanted to do, is I wanted to have these little 3x3 9-block micro districts with a central square being where service buildings like this are. So one thing I'm going to do right now, that's not there. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of finish this off. I'm going to put a park in here and say maybe a basketball court. This can be too big, unfortunately. So do we have a smaller park then? Well, yeah, but that's a small playground. That might actually be a little more for... Oh boy. That might give me the room I need. What is this, though? A dog park? That's a large playground. That'll work. One thing I do have an issue with, I mean, among the many things I have an issue with in this game, is just the real lack of variety. This is a school, so we're more likely to get baseball out of there. And why don't we then finish this off with a parking lot? We could actually put a few parking lots in here, more than I anticipated. Yeah, that's fine. Do it for the school, do it for the park. Actually, I'm going to take this one out because... Where is...
Meteorologists have issued a severe tornado warning for the area. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Yeah, we can put a little metro there. That'll actually be good. We'll do that. So one thing I will do then, I will pull this parking lot over by one, okay. Right there then. And, so where is this thing anyway? Intensity of 9.9? I'm not really sure
how
A tornado
has touched down in the area.
This goes.
Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Yeah, we definitely don't have that. I'm not sure how high that goes, but 9.9 sounds rather large. Thankfully it is way over there. Hopefully it will not come all the way over here. So I guess that's something we need to worry about next. Oh, aside from, fire service. Let's get that down. So I'll take a big fire station. Is that the big fire station? Yeah, it is a relatively large fire station. We could put that kind of here. Alternatively, I could use it for one of these major one of these major areas over here. Yeah, we'll put it on a corner of a super block here. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to think about disaster shelters. Which actually, looking at it, maybe we could do that, because these disaster shelters, I don't even know where they are, to be honest with you. These. They go into hillsides, don't they? Oh, no, they just look like they go underground. But we could put them on a hillside. We have this large disaster response unit, so I'm going to have to look at this. Oh, that's cool. Deep space radar. How big is that? That would be fun to put up on... I think I will. I think I'm going to use one of these hilltops as sort of the satellite and observatory thing, because there are buildings for that. I think there are, anyway. There's like science buildings and whatnot. So I'll consider putting something like that up here. I had thought about... Boy, that thing is... it's still coming along, isn't it? I thought about using maybe this one as well for something, but, you know, that's a very steep grade, and I'd rather not put a road up here, so I thought maybe we could use one of these tramways. Cable car. Can actually put a cable car. So we'll have to think about something I want to put up there that would allow me to do that. I hope this goes away over time. And I thought I turned off dynamic weather, so I'm not really sure why it's raining. Well, anyway, let's actually do something this episode, shall we? We'll go ahead and put in some more trees here just to kind of finish this off. And I would like to actually maybe get a little bit further along. Let's pick a rock. A little bit further along as far as... geez, no. Oh my. You really do only get this opportunity, don't you? As far as filling in the city, we have a large residential demand.
A tornado has touched down in the area.
Another one?
Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Hopefully this doesn't take out the highway. It does appear to be curving towards the city a little bit. That gets me just a little bit nervous. I don't know what the hell is going on with the electricity. We have plenty of electricity. It is all connected. I don't get it. We have more than enough electricity. I guess probably because it's counting this, see, but that's the thing. This shouldn't matter anyway, because... Alright. I guess I know the next thing. You know, since I am just playing this piecemeal, I guess one thing that I could do is just say, screw it. We'll do that next episode. Not this episode, but next episode, I'll build the dam, I'll build the electric company, we'll get that going. Because I'm really freaking tired of this. Put that down. For now, we'll move it later. Ridiculous. And I also thought about putting metro station. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm just going to go ahead and put some metro stations down for future planning. And we'll just kind of... Okay, so where do I want to put the bus stop? Bus stops kind of veer out in the road there, so let's go ahead and put this one here. I'll put another one over here. I'll come down here and I'll put this one down. Preemptively. They won't be used right now, but they're there. Which is good enough. And let's see, what else could I do? Let's come in with some props, maybe. Maybe put a little gazebo here. Sure, why not? Makes absolutely no sense to have it there. And really, all this is probably doing is just adding problems via prop counts. One of the things about this game is that it does tend to slow down and chug from time to time. Now, I turned off... oh boy, here we go. We do A little bit more decorative stuff over here. Kiosks and whatnot. I turned off whatever mods that I had that might have had you know, like additional props and that sort of thing. So I'm assuming that these are actually default props. I'll have to save this for some other situation here. Alright, so let's come in. Let's do now the pathway, which is going to require us to remove some of these buildings. I don't know why I'm so focused on this side. I don't even know why I started on this side, I'll be honest. Probably should not have. Okay, it will go there. Get rid of a big home here. Yeah, then we'll have to do a thing here. Maybe. I say maybe because I'm not entirely sold on this block being open like that. But we'll get there anyhow. Okay, what else we got? So I went back, I changed this. So instead of having all these little pathway roads going in here, I have one that goes up to it, which apparently is enough for this still to be connected and put down. We're still developing separate shops back here. It's not doing quite what I want it to do. But at least we've got this sorted now. And as far as this goes, these buildings can still develop back here. So I guess the only way to really force that through would be to basically delete everything that is here and let it regrow. And then maybe it would get here somehow. I don't know. I'm sure there's some way that you can force growth and whatnot, but that's not going to be a thing for right now. So we've got the school. School is almost full, okay. And we need lots of people still in order to be educated. So I guess we could do a high school. Let's go ahead and add that in. Put this in this little 3x3 zone up here. That's going to actually require a little bit of that removal. And I'm going to do a similar thing that I did down below, where we will take this and kind of do a little bit of a run. Well, I don't think I'm going to get what I want out of this. Yeah, it's too close. Roads are and will always be the bane of my video game playing experience. Just do what I want. You know what? Fine. Just take it. God damn it. Alright. So, a little bit on the side. That actually fits pretty well. What are we looking at? Maybe another that. God, why do I keep getting in the wrong? Oh. Well, it does it that way, but that's not quite what I want. And of course, if we wanted to do like a basketball thing or whatever, it would have to be massive and in the back, and we're just not going to do that. So we'll leave it as is. yeah, this mod definitely doesn't work. But we'll go ahead and filter in some more stuff. Why is that now a thing? Because of these roads, they've screwed with that. I have gone in and also changed some of the names. Obviously, North Carolina Avenue here, South Carolina Avenue as the other one-way. I've gone in and changed the one-ways here to be Regent and Oxford. Still not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of those, but anyway. So this then I guess also gets to be office space. And I guess we can just go ahead and change some of these as well. So they should all now be the proper amount. Is our water situation more than plenty? Which is crazy to think about, actually. Alright. Well, I guess one of the things that I could just preemptively do is kind of lay down where everything is going to go anyhow. This is, once again, the wrong place. And then just not worry about it until people fill in. I feel like I had an issue with that. God damn it. I had an issue with that in a previous series where I built to the point where I couldn't get demand anymore. And so I basically stagnated and killed my city. Probably not the greatest thing to do, in hindsight. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay. So let's try and feed some more of this demand here. And let's see, there's a couple other things I wanted to kind of add to the park here. Let's do... is it this one? Now, apparently I can add some things to... I can add some things without it having to be within, like, the park zone. So we'll go ahead and add some restrooms here. Even had park benches, park sign. We do that, just kind of put a little park sign at the beginning. Sure. There's even the one and only apparent default setting for adding some tiles. Okay. Well, let's, I guess I can continue my beautification. Do, I don't know, a bush in there or something. What did I do on... I guess this is the only place that I've done this so far. I hear the sirens of something. But I'm not sure if it's actually a siren or if it's just noise. I don't know, it's hard to say. What's also hard to say is why we can't seem to get enough people going to school. It's kind of irritating. So what can I do with this little spot? Basically make my own park, I guess. There are benches there, but let's actually go back to this thing. Because now what we can do is we can just kind of make some schoolyard recycle bin in there. Go back to, actually what I need to do is go to fence this off. Let's see. I would like it to snap there, but I don't think it's going to. Actually, why even bother? Just let me put it where I want to put it. Okay, there we go. Let me close that off now. So, oh, I see. I see that there are actually bench assets in the thing. So let's actually remove these then. And for the sake of continuity, that we will never look at or think about ever again, let's add in the park benches that match. We'll build kind of a outdoor lunch area here. A big trash can in the middle. And we'll just kind of go back and add some trees. That is maybe a little too large for a tree. Give me something that actually works. You know what? That'll work. That will work. That will actually work. There's always rocks. I don't know about you, but my school always seemed to have rocks just on the grounds. And became a place for the smokers. So that was interesting. Interesting choice. I don't see a lot of variety for landscaping. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's that. It's incredibly large, but it lets me put it there, so I'll put it there. Responding to a call. Alright, how we doing? Well, we got a lot of demand now for some industrial, and I think I would like to start trying to use some of this as industrial. I don't necessarily want to use this whole thing as office, so what I'm actually going to do, well, let's drag this up to, say, this block right here, because I want to use maybe these corners for something else. But we'll go ahead and just add a whole thing of that, and we'll come in with this, and that is not office. Or was it? We'll come in here, and then we'll maybe take out some of this. Actually, what we need here is something like that. Give a little bit of a stagger. Now these are going to need water, but what I want the water to actually do is come through the middle here. Where there won't be anything. That's not entirely true. There will be something. Let's actually take the... Ooh, while we're at it, let's upgrade these. Let's upgrade them with... For now, let's just upgrade them with grass. Because because that will get the parking off the street. I better not have changed the name of the street. In fact, it looks like it took the entire... Okay, it didn't. I was gonna say it took the name away entirely, but it didn't. Okay. Now, the thing about using offices as... Really? Because it's attached to this, I can't use the damn... That's okay, though. I mean, it kind of makes sense to have parking along here. Not really, but... It's because of this little side road that's screwing things up. But I'm kind of tired of messing with this, so I guess that's how it's going to be. Parking here even though we got a parking lot. Okay, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll fix that on the other side. Irritating. But anyway, a little bit coming in over here. We will hopefully eventually get this connected up. I'm immensely disappointed that the mod isn't not working. I'm going to have to check that again. Because having that is pretty helpful. Not having to put down power lines everywhere. Just kind of come in here and put these in for now. And this is something I want to do too. You know, I've got the main street going here, like this. What I'd actually also like to do is maybe put one in here. Hey, it's not snapping. I guess I don't have to have them outside. It would just kind of help. It would help break things up visually. And it'll also help kind of get someone, so like if they come here on a metro, they can kind of walk here and just walk and get as close as possible to a diagonal. Jesus Christ. Stroke there for a minute. Without actually having a diagonal road. Will this work? Sure, that'll work. And it will limit a little bit of what can develop there, but, you know, it's okay. Now, what I'd like to think about next is what's going to go here. Maybe another plaza, but I feel like we'd maybe do a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe at some point, since I'm not so worried about the money, obviously, maybe I should just start developing certain things. By which I mean, maybe I could just, well, like the power plant. You know, we'll just go build the power plant, get it up to snuff how I want it to look, and just start building the city in sections. Because I think trying to do this progressive growing the city thing is just not going to work. I just don't feel like it's ever going to turn into what I would like it to be. Let's also come in here and we'll kind of leave that open there. Why did this not develop? What I'm actually more concerned about is why is that separate? What in the hell? Anyway. And then we need that to develop. So we do have some office buildings here. We apparently don't have enough educated workers. Only 18% are educated. That's kind of disappointing. Alright, well, since I've fiddled with this, let's just go ahead and finish it off. And I don't know, I mean, is it better if I do these sorts of things off camera? You know, do the extra fiddling? Because I feel like this isn't terribly interesting. Let's add in a few things like that. You know, your typical gigantic rock, and these are enormous rocks. These are ridiculous rocks. These are boulders. You know, I mean, how did why? It's clearly not left over from any glacier that came through here. We just literally found this this enormous, massive is what we're going to use from now on. Massive stone. I don't even know why it's in here. I really wish I had more bush choices. Because that looks a little pathetic. That's not what I want. We'll put in, I don't know. Benches? How about a picnic table? Okay, good enough. So I'm going to do stuff like that. I will do it off camera. How many people are in the park? Is anyone? 2 or 3? Wow. An exceptionally large and fancy park that all of 2 people want to be a part of. And it's... So, are these separate metrics then? Do visitors... Is that in, you know, residentials and then tourists are out of? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're seeing a few things here, so maybe that's what I'll kind of work on next. Obviously, industrial demand is still skyrocketing. People are not educated enough to work in these places. That's really fun. So I guess if I really want the industry to be going, we'll end up having to go revisit this. So I'm not really happy with how this looks either. So I think in the next episode I will spend some time reconfiguring this, and I'm considering increasing this district to encompass both of these, and then we can also possibly put in some forestry. Although these zones... districts rather. See, this is just basic industry. So if I just do like a generic industry, is that going to allow me to encompass both an agricultural and a forestry? Could I put both of those in there? There's nothing else over here, right? Yeah. That way I'm not specifying that this is only going to be agriculture, it would just be all industry. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to see if that's a thing. And then I've got to figure out the roads, because this is going to be, I mean, this is a main arterial road here. It's a 3 or a 6 lane, actually. I don't know what I want to put out here that I would require 6 lanes of traffic for, unless I have it come over here to connect back into the highway. It's going to just kind of dead end out here. I do want this to be the park area. I want to make a wildlife park out here around this area, you know, with the camping and all that stuff. I think this would be an excellent spot for it. This is a pretty big empty spot right here. Could definitely do something with this. I am not sure what yet, though. So any industry that's going to be out here, this is going to be sort of the industrial corridor. Then I've got more industrial spots over here. And in fact, this is really the main industrial area, seeing as how we've got the ore here and whatnot. A little bit of an open area for possible forestry out here, but so we'll work on anyway. We'll work on. Wait a minute. What is causing this? I'm not a fan of whatever this is and where it's going. It appears to be heading backwards. You can look at it. It's moving towards the bridge. What the hell caused a surge of water to come up that way? It is definitely still moving. Okay, well, we'll have several things to look at. Dang it. I want to focus on one thing and try and get something done, but... so maybe we'll just focus on the dam. Maybe that'll help this. I can put these retaining walls up along the whole river here. And then we'll focus on maybe reconfiguring our industry so I can get a little bit more of that demand taken care of. And maybe start getting some exports or something. And that will kind of help to maybe actually get us into a positive income so that we're not just running on deficit the whole time. You know, I would like to kind of keep... Yeah, well, I don't know. Anyway, it's time to end this one. I will see you next time.